Hello everyone, it's Mel from Everything Marmy. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you have a drink, something cozy to drink anyway, maybe something warm, something cool, a bit of both. I have Canada Dry on the go and also water, which is to the wrong side of me actually, because it's right there in that bottle, which I will move. And I have to really be careful filming today because I rarely ever do this, you guys. In fact, normally never. But I want to test the camera. And in order to test this camera and to get some honest feedback, I'm going to light this candle. And if you wouldn't mind letting me know in the comments at this height how the focus is, because I only have 14 days from the time I got this phone to upgrade. Upon researching it, like, I don't know, I can only go up higher. Like, I can't go back to what I had, which is unfortunate because, and I should have remembered this, for me anyway, the older the technology, the more sound and secure it was. At least I could do screenshots and stuff like that, and for some reason this camera's not allowing me. A couple of disclaimers. I am battling a cold. I literally just guzzled some NyQuil or Dayquil, which I shouldn't be doing because it's like the middle of the night and I'm supposed to be at my daughter's like between 10:30 and 11 in the next city. But here I am. And I'm looking at this candle and I see another one over here. I want to burn that one or this one. The reason I like this small one that I have, oh God, like I'm embarrassed, you guys, because it's like, you know how sometimes it collects dust at the top? Yeah, I don't dust my candles, I mean, but there's this beautiful one. Actually, you know, I wish this had a lid. And then I have like the twin of it, which is, you know, the pumpkin, and then this one is pumpkin and apple. And like I said, I rarely ever burn candles. But do I want to burn a smaller one or do I want to burn one without a lid is the question. I'm wasting a lot of time on that, but that's more the, I don't know. I think I like the one with the lid, to be honest. And I'm fussing over it because I don't often light candles for a couple of reasons. Number one, the scent they produce. You know, I used to love candles, but then I learned that the scent can be harmful. But then again, I still use Febreze. Also, now I've learned that you've got to completely like keep this burning for a period of time. And this is just a 3-ounce candle that I got from the Dollar Tree. So we'll try it, you guys. I like the fact that it has a lid, and that's why I'm using this one. But I have to be careful because I know me. I'm lazy. No, clumsy. Don't mean to be. Well, I often feel lazy too. Maybe that was a Freudian slip, but people who know me know. So there we have the candle. We have a cozy little setup. I'm going to try to slow my words down and just have a relax. So here we are. I've chosen this particular book. This here is a Coach. I think I got wax under my nails. My goodness. This is I found this in my miniatures, and it's a Coach like notebook. And I was going to phone Grace, who if you remember, I was speaking about I ran into her at Value Village, and she was buying a Coach for like a Coach purse for like $30 or whatever. And I said to her, "My goodness, do you like Coach?" And she said yes. And she ended up, well, I said to her, I said, "I've got a collection I'll just pass on for, a very low price." She was a sweet girl. And it was over 30 pieces, two brand new. And like, I only accept cash. I don't do the e-transfer thing. I'm past that, okay? And not only that, like, there's two kinds of sellers: those that really want to make money and those that just want to pass it on, right? So how I came up with the amount 120 is I was going to do 125, and she had 122. And I said to her, I handed her the bag of the items. All the purses were like pristine and like stuffed and nice, And I went and ordered pizza. Worst decision right there. Okay, so basically half of the money she gave me anyway went to this horrible pizza that ended up in the trash. I feel bad. Anyway, nonetheless, I was going to phone her up. Because I said, "You look at those purses while I order the pizza, and when I come back, you tell me what you think it's worth." When I came back, she said, "I think it's worth $350. And I said, "There's no way. No, absolutely not. I cannot take $350 from you." I mean, the kids nowadays can barely afford rent or food. I like, oh, I can't. Every time I go to sell something, you guys, I go through the same seller's remorse of like charging anything. I did that with my, and I'm sorry, I haven't even opened this book yet, but I will. And I just figured, those of you that know me, if you want to hang out with me, have me in the background, even though I'm not like flipping anything or doing anything. I'm testing the camera. I'm having a calm talking chat with all of you. Yeah. So I'm almost, like, I have to figure out some things. Like, I wish I could like show you my face, and then, I could actually, and have a face-to-face talk, because I haven't really done that much. But I wonder if it would work. And I look like crap right now anyway, you guys. So, needless to say, let me move on. I found this, and I decided to use it and not give it to Grace. If I find any more items, though, I will phone her up. So, and I put it on here because it happened during the month of October. That's why it's on there. This I ordered from Temu, a little ruler. I made this by taking apart a necklace. I have this fascination with keys. I don't know why. And the lock. And then whatever this stone is. And then this one here, I'm not even sure where I got that, but it's real paper inside, real brown cardstock. And then these are on magnets here. Right, so I've just basically taped that to a magnet, and underneath here is another magnet with this. Underneath that is the Planner Society. I've put that on there, like I attached that. So I have a big magnet. Down here I have the Rosie Life Planner. It's a freebie vellum. So there's a lot going on this cover. Along the side here, I made this charm from beads I had. This is from Villa Beautiful, and this was from an old purse. And as you can tell, like, the thing is falling apart, but there's whimsy for you, right? Okay, so let's get started. I mean, I don't even know how long I've been filming for. But yeah, a good 10 minutes, you guys. So, and this is a chic, oh my God, a chic sparrow. I almost forgot. Cover in the A5. And it's a really floppy cover, which is why I've like enforced it with extra papers and stuff like that in the cover. And I have to be careful here with that candle. But here I've got pins and like the magnets come through and more pins and just wild animals. Speaking of wild animals, I was just before I started filming, I was outside because Mama, who is a raccoon mama, took the broom I have by the door. She's so smart. They're smart, you guys. And she knocked the door. Finally. I mean, she was waiting for all of the trick-or-treaters and the teenagers, and there was so much fireworks. She waited to come out with her kids. So I've only named one of them, which is Mud. And I called him Mud because he is like, I've had another Mud in the past. He just gets dirty. Like, he'll climb a tree, he'll fall, he's clumsy, and like, he reminded me of the original Mud, so I call him Mud. You'll hear me call him that. I'll post that video after this one. It's like 5 minutes. Maybe I'll post it like previous and then this one on top. And yeah, it's about 30 seconds before I begin to speak. I get them accustomed to the light before I do. And anyway, so there's nothing on the back of this cover. The pen loop is beautiful. And I will slide it out. I've just put paper here because it is a string planner. But as you can see as well, I've got extra papers in here to stabilize it, because it is a very like floppy leather. And I got this, did I get this one from the sale? Chic's, I don't know if it's Chic Sparrow or Chic Sparrow, but whichever one it's pronounced. They had these like mystery boxes, and like there was quite a few things. I think I got the biggest one because that's the way I am, you guys, greedy, and I have to learn not to be, because that's something I need to work on. But needless to say, this is the cover. I will like put it back together. I enjoy beautiful things, you guys, and that's, yeah. I talked to a friend about this, about having things, because it bugs me sometimes that I have too much stuff. Or I have things, because I don't, as an influencer, really, a YouTuber, we're influencers. I don't want to influence people to go out and run out and buy what I have, because I also have homemade stuff. And I enjoy those things too. So, I'm just saying, you work up and you can make some beautiful things. And I'm just seeing, looking around to see if I could show you anything that I've made, if it's down here. But no. But I do make these books up. Okay, let's start, shall we? So I brought out some ephemera, lots of ephemera. Let me move the book. I'll show you the ephemera first. And hopefully we're up high enough. It's gonna give you a glare, but I've got like books of ephemera, old art journaling magazines, flow magazines, and then I've shown these many times. These are folders that I've put together. You see, I think I lost a paper clip on there. It's just a little, you know. I have a file organizer for random bits. I got this at Michael's. Vellum. I love the color, and like I said, I'm watching that candle carefully. So beautiful, beautiful vellum. I love vellum. And then just some random things. These were actually at the back of the book, and it's just like miscellaneous things, but I don't know if I should leave it there or not. This just houses some random things that shouldn't be in there, actually. I should put these in my, I have a case here with some other stickers because Lord Almighty, I just have a lot, you guys. And I feel like saying, you know, do you guys ever have those days where you just feel like apologizing all the time? I'm having one of those days. So, and then I have like the last one, Sweet Kwai Designs of the pink and white coffee station. And then these I'd cut out with magazines. So these actually don't belong in this Hobonichi little case. And where is the case? Speaking of which, I could not tell you. Well, I could. I'm pretty sure it's in one of these piles. And there is a pile. Because I've brought stuff down and I've brought stuff up. Here it is. But let me finish showing you. I've got whimsical houses and backgrounds. I love, love, love these. These are animals. And then I've got Somerset Studio. I've thrifted these. You see the colors? It's the colors that capture my eye. And people, many people have like asked me or DM'd me about ephemera and where I get ephemera. And like, it's very easy when you have access to magazines. And like that right there is just beautiful. And if I don't take those out, like for the size, I will literally not think of them. And I want them in this book. Because this not only has the colors I'm after, so I'm going to just mark that page. Somewhere over here I have a flag. And I'll do that too, like I'll flag tape like on the table. So if I have a section, then I'll just put a little flag in it. All right, so yeah, there's quite a lot going on here. Where did I see that steampunk one though? Because the steampunk one really will fit the theme of this book. And I'm sorry, I'm just grabbing this folder. This one here, I made this out of the Hobonichi like folders and put like sticker packs in. And I even have like, oh my God, scratch and sniff. I found these at the Dollar Tree. And like these folders have like Helen's coffee cards in it from 2023, I believe. And so, yeah, I just put these in here. The only thing really in here is just this one now because those other ones don't really belong. And in here are the GP Studio sets that I got off of eBay. So you guys, like, I have spent lots of time on what I call the hunt. And what is the hunt? Well, for me, there was a period of time where I was seeing, like, I was at the doctor's for, like, gosh, like, so many appointments. I can't even tell you in a week. Like, there was a period of time between 2022 and 2023 where I was having 7 to 10 appointments a week. And then, so, while I was waiting, guess where I was? I was on the hunt on eBay and distracting my mind by shopping. And thankfully, I had the funds to do it. But, you know, if I didn't, it's dangerous territory. And so that's why I want to say to everybody, please don't, just use caution and do what works for you. And if you have to design your own stuff, design your own stuff. Now, I'm saying it this way because I had 2 messages. Michelle, if you're out there, I hear you loud and clear, sweetheart. We don't all have the money for this kind of stuff, but you can take a book, a children's book, and I'll show you in one of these file folders. And cut out pages from it and use these ephemera pieces. Now, this book here was a book that I happen to have very close by. It's kind of in pieces right now, but it's huge, you guys. It is absolutely huge. Are you ready? Like, look at this thing. There goes my Canada Dry. I knew something was going to go, you guys. It's just a matter of time, but thankfully I was prepared. Now I got to watch that candle. But this is a kindergarten giant activity floor pad, and I'm not kidding you. I have used the snot out of this thing. You see? Big pictures. So, and trees and stuff, you see? So, that's upside down, but you get the point. So that's all I wanted to say, Michelle, is that you don't need to go out and do what I did. You know, like I've got like wallpaper here and like green scraps here. And I'm going to pull those out and use them just to show you. What else do I have? Like the bottoms of paper and like mats. And since it's, you know, this kind of reminds me of a Halloween spread, so I'll keep that out. And this is sort of what I do. I just play. And sometimes I have a lot of time for it, and other times I just don't. So, creatively unorganized is how I'll say it. So, let me first flip this book, because I was going to put these little bits in the folder before I put the folder away, didn't I? Okay. I have a pocket right on the front here, I think. Is that a pocket? It had been a pocket. I don't know what happened. But, like, in these folders here, and I'm being careful of that cat, like, I have pockets that I've built into this system. And then I use like these magnets. I actually really like that face. So I'm going to use that in my book as well. I like the eye and the face. I want to look at this one here too. These were actually out of, I think I want to keep one of those out. These were taken out of the Daphne's Diary as well. Those are pretty as well. So I think anything goes for me. I just throw it all together in a great big soup, if you will. So where was the other one? So now I've got like a whole bunch of ephemera that I know that I want to do. And I don't mind. I better clear off some of this stuff though. I don't mind that it starts getting like kind of like thick, because my books all end up having a gator mouth. They all do. And I don't mind that. So I liked those. I don't think I need this journaling one, but I did mark off the Daphne's diary, or yeah, and then so we'll see. We'll see what's left. If there's space inside this book. I'm also taking the back of this book and I'm writing out pretty much Genesis right now, like the complete Genesis. So, and I don't normally do that, but I decided this month that I was going to take half of the book and just write it out. Like, not think, just kind of write out. Because I didn't want to think. I didn't want to journal. So, and for me, like, I like to go back and do this every once in a while. And if you're curious, I have many Bibles. The one I'm using currently is the New Beautiful Word, the NIV version. And it's gorgeous. Inside, I've put some stickers and stuff. But you can write your notes and like color. Let's show you. I like this one because it's like large reading. This is where I feel like I fell in love with Tomoe River paper, because I was an English major, and of course you need to know the Bible. And I love theology, but most of all, you know, I believe in God. So that being said, I fell in love with this paper. I love the feel of it. It gives me a warm, comforting feeling. And so this one, I just take, you know, my mild liners. I think I just took this one, as a matter of fact. Just this mild liner and colored it in. And then I use the ruler. I have to use a ruler when I'm reading, like this. And what I like about this version is that they don't mix words from the original. So what I mean by that is the Lord's Prayer, for example, it's supposed to say in earth, not on earth. This one does use the original words. So I really researched before getting this Bible. But to me, it's like, it's a fascinating read. Like, even if you're not a believer, but it's a fascinating read. Really, anything you want to happen. But I'm a believer, you see, so I like to do it. And I do have questions sometimes, and I put them here, and you know, maybe I'm just not smart enough to get it, and I put, you know, some points of interest, and this is the highlighter I've been using. But it allows for, like, a lot of things. So by the time I'm done with this, it won't just be like a mild annotation. It'll be like sticky tapes and notebooks and like paper on paper, and, you know, and questions and research, because that is who I am. So this thing will in fact be as thick probably as a monthly book when I'm done with it. But it'll take a year to do it, at least. Like, if I can get through this in a year, I'd be shocked. But I thought I'd show you that just in case you were curious what I was doing in the back of this book, because it's all pertinent, you see. So, okay. Now, I've spent a lot of time talking already without doing anything. Like, we're at the half-hour mark, and I need a drink. I've spilled half of it, as a matter of fact, but that's okay. I just need to check these scissors are... because I want to cut out some ephemera with you guys. I want to ask how you guys are all doing. How are you all doing? And I want you to really sit back and think about that. How are you doing? Like, I don't say this to be contrite or, I don't know. I guess I can't help it, you guys. I've been called many things. Some not so good, but my official radio name, okay, you guys, I dead serious. My official radio name in the military was Mother Goose. And I think the role of mother I've taken to heart very seriously. A lot of people tell me that I am that voice of that mother that they want to hear. And I think it's because I had the best parents ever, sometimes in the way that they did things and showed me how not to be. But I never judged them for that. You know, of course, now I'm in therapy, and my therapist wants me to face the fact that I shouldn't have accepted it. And this is where I struggle, because I don't know. I fight those demons too, you guys. Just FYI, you know. So if you're having a hard time, if you're struggling, because it's tough out there. I mean, it is tough out there. But in here, I want you to feel safe. Yeah, just safe, warm. That's all. And I hope that doesn't sound contrite or as if I have all the answers, because I don't. I need to sip my Canada Dry. I might be, you know, maybe if you want to like write off this like speech, maybe I'm just stoned off of the Dayquil I took, you guys. It's the middle of the night, for heaven's sakes. But a lot of my time, I think, sorry, my voice just about went. I've spent a lot of time alone. Let me flip as I'm doing this. And if you have any questions, you can just put them in the commentary box, because I've done flips and talked about it before. Yeah, I've really dug deep, and I'm in a month, this period that I'm in right now, of reflection, deep reflection. I have to stand up because I don't trust that you guys are seeing it. And it will help with the sound, sorry. So this system, before I begin, and if you're new, I call the KISS system. What's going on with that candle? I think it wants to burn out. Hang on a second, you guys. I think I'm just going to pour some of that wax out into another candle. Okay. There. So, Monique over at Monique writes, and she'll be in my description box. This is her system. In 2023, I came upon her, maybe 2022. I'm not quite clear about that. And she was just sitting in her living room, quietly filming, while her family was watching TV, and she was going over her brain dump in her book. And it hit me like, I don't know, a stone to the head. Like, that's what I need to do. Even if I don't do it, like, I need to get this shit out of my head. And there's a lot in there, you guys. Like, the hamster doesn't stop on the wheel. It just goes and goes and goes. And I, without wanting to, become very deep and philosophical, theological. I question everything. And as a writer, or a would-be writer, I don't know. I have been published, you guys, quite a bit, actually. But like, that's not the point of my doing it. I write because I have to. I write because if I don't, like, it's like breathing. There's no choice. And Monique is the same, you know, and there's a lot of you that are the same. We do these books up for the same reason. Lights, camera, action. There was 3 iterations of what I put here, and that's what I mean. These books constantly change. So yeah, this is Monique's system. I've called it KISS, Keep It Simple Stupid, which is an acronym from my military days. And like, sometimes it's vomit on a page, you guys. We are here. And this book started on September 29th and will end on Sunday, November 2nd. 5-week book. I doodled all of these little star thingies in the calendar from the Rosy Life Planner. Cut out ephemera that I had. Did artwork like that. I don't know if it's good or bad or what, but it's just what I did. I marked out the weeks. This one here has 2 weeks on it, so I should actually, like, kind of separate it. Like that. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 weeks. So I obviously don't copy Monique right down to the... I have my own, like, I integrate art into my book of my own accord, but yet it's essentially the same, you know, like, because it really is. If you watch her books and you look at mine, it's essentially the same, and that's a real compliment to her. And yeah, I'm inspired every day by the things that I've seen, not just to her, okay? Because this isn't about, you know, idolizing anybody or putting people on a pedestal, which I try not to do with anybody except for God. You know, that's about it. And I just feel very grateful and blessed. And I feel very grateful and blessed that all of you come to me for inspiration, and that we can pass it along to each other. So here was week 1, and I've got nothing here. So obviously now I know I'm not going to put anything there. So let's get some ephemera. Let's find the... Oh, that's right on here. So what I want to do, it's going to be steampunkish, I think. Like, look at these girls. God. Yeah. Oh, I really like her. She kind of gives me that Anna Green Gable vibe. of the 1800s. Lucy Maud Montgomery wrote Anne of Green Gables series, and she also wrote the Emily of New Moon series. And a lot of people will mention the Anne of Green Gables, but I always related with Emily of New Moon. And the reason I did is because that character is essentially me. If you ever have time to read a young adult book, you guys, that would be an awesome book to read. Series is really, really, really good. So I'm just going to pull out a few pages. Let's see. She's kind of cute too. These are all CGI, I think. Steampunk ephemera. And I think it suits the book style this month, but I don't want to theme it all out. And I normally wouldn't go for this style, but I'm exploring my dark side this month, I guess. Like, I really like these kind of ideas, because what I've been researching independently as well for my personal development, as well as my next writing project. And because that's how it often happens. I have a question about something, so I dig, and then I write about it. So I really like this one too. And I don't know how long this video will be, you guys. I like that cat a lot. So since I can't just cut the, well, I can, but it would be really hard to do. So it's just easier to pull it out, because that cat reminds me of a lot of things. Aww. Are you guys cat people or dog people? I grew up with dogs. I had cats. Actually, they chose me, as cats often do. And now I have wild animals because, you know, it's easier than cleaning a litter box. So there's still responsibility involved. Oh, isn't that beautiful? But it doesn't really fit the book. And on the back of the pages, I don't know if you notice, there's a lot of design here. I'm not cutting out butterflies. Yeah, some of this stuff is, yeah, I really like that. And that, and that. See, that would go really good with the cover of the book. And then I think these are all just like pages that you can paste down and put ephemera on top, which is kind of neat too. Kind of really like this one. I'm not sure why, but gotta watch that candle. I think I'm going to be putting it out soon, but I have to wait like 10 minutes. So these books are to be found on Amazon. There's quite a number of them. And that's what I mean. Like, I find it easier if I order books as opposed to like going to Pinterest and printing them off, because it's the same cost to me at the end of the day. If you figure it out, like, it works out to be the same. Sometimes even less expensive. So that one's out of the way. Okay, so look into my crystal ball. And now I'm going to blow this out. Just cap it so I don't have that smoke everywhere. And I wish I had some words like here. Let's see in this one here, because this is the one I really wanted to come by. See, Passions Remembered. That's a good page. And this one, I should be using the ruler, but I'm not. See, I really like that ephemera. And it gives me, like, when I see stuff like this, it gives me ideas to borrow from, essentially. Actually, I wrecked the magazine. This one even has, like, all of the states. Problem is I live in Canada. I mean, it's not a problem, but I really like that. So I know what I'm going to do with that. I want to cut it out nicely. And isn't that cute? Like, sometimes you can find really cute images, like this one here. But yeah, sometimes I really want, like, magazine quotes and words inspired by you. That would be a good one. Altered materials. I really like this, inspired by you. I never said I was perfect. Okay. Destinations. Hopeless romantic. I am, actually. Paper inspirations. Sometimes I just like it for the words, so they come out. And I'll show you, like, how I put it in there and how it all fits. And handmade games. And if I suddenly get tired, you guys, or quiet, there's that Freudian error again. If I get quiet, you guys, I don't mean to be. It's just my throat and my voice, and I've been struggling with it. And it's like 2:30 in the morning or something. But I've literally sat here, like, on and off all day. I did have to go pick up a prescription. So this magazine is from 2002. Like, so it goes back. It's quite vintage for a magazine anyway. That orange is calling me, but why? So I talk about in the video with the raccoons, I talk about the coat I'm wearing. And it cost $1. I bought it at a thrift store. And it's a wool coat. And it's long and it's brown. And I don't know if you guys remember that style with, like, the muff collars on it. It was $1. Like, mind you, you know, if you dry clean it, it's a lot more than that, but I really like this. Papers by Catherine. Now, see, my therapist's name is Catherine, so, you know, that just jumps out at me. And I don't believe in coincidence. I'm a person who will ask for signs, you know? Like, I know it sounds strange. So, artitude, I really like that too. And I'll get them. So I know some things aren't just random. So I got to put that one away because otherwise I'm spending too much time with that. But what I wanted to do is just find something in these words that I could fill in. Okay. And I may not get to all of it today, or you might see me, M-E. I never noticed the M-E until just now. Can I? Maybe I'll just do that. Look at me. We're like, I don't even know how long into this video, and I'm finally doing something. 51 minutes, you guys. Okay. Let's layer down. Glue stick, please. So this book really, for me, is supposed to be a tracker, supposed to be a planner, supposed to be a brain dump, supposed to be the basis of what I do every month, what I need to do every week, what I need to do every day. The reality is some days I just don't do anything. And I come back to it, and I'm a memory keeper. So I think at my heart of heart, I'm more of a quote-unquote artist. And I'm not saying I'm not trying to say I'm a good artist or a bad artist or any kind of artist, other than the fact that I'm compelled to do this, as I'm compelled to write, as I'm compelled to do. Like, I live by my compulsions, basically, you guys. I do. And I will literally ignore. I think that's in the wrong spot. I will literally ignore everything else in my life just to play, because that's what I'm doing. I'm playing. Like the faces of those. They're kind of, I think I want to, like, sometimes I don't want to look at anybody, so I'm going to cover up the faces. Because, have you ever had weeks where you just don't want to talk? Like, I say this to people. I don't want to talk to the people. I'll say that to my therapist. I don't want to talk to the people. And then I go out, and because I mask so much, I am that person that looks around. I can see somebody if they're unhappy, and I make it my mission to make sure that person leaves happier than when I met them. And that is just innately within me to do that. I can't explain it. I just feel this overwhelming need, probably as a codependent, to make that individual feel better. Like a smile, a kind word. It doesn't take much. But you guys, you know, like my whole life I've been like this. But it's exhausting for me. And probably many of you. Nature's blessings. See what I mean? I'm just talking about blessings, and I do refuel my inner passions by nature, by sitting in nature. Even as you could tell by the clip with the raccoons, you'll see that my yard is very wild. It's not tamed. I chose not to tame it for a reason. So, and that is simply because I've always loved wild gardens, wild flowers, not, you know, Jane Austen's Sense and Sensibility, the first one, if you've ever watched it. I don't think a second one was ever made. I know they're remaking a lot of the videos now for people, but anyway, I get on my tangents sometimes, you guys. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoy my little chats. They have nothing to do with planning. That's the thing. Like, I just talk. Aisha. Like, for some reason, I really want that there, and I'm not sure why, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to question the process. I just want that there. And maybe because my daughter just had come back from Japan not too long ago. And that, actually, it was, she come back. There goes my memory again, you guys. It's gone. For all I know, early on, Alzheimer's is like hitting me. I don't know. Problem with this, I am going to separate the word and the woman. And then I'm going to use these words probably to see what other words I can make from it. Just for fun. Because I still have a day to play in this book. So let me continue to flip. And I've left that on. Something should be up here though, right? What should be up there? Sorry, I know you guys can't see me, but I just found a word from this magazine piece here. And I'm going to see if it fits. Okay. And I'm going to lay it down. Love me. Isn't that funny how it works out? And then Nature's Blessings and Geisha. I have no idea what these all have in common, but I do not believe in coincidence. So whatever's coming up in this session, I believe is meant to. And then I'll end up reflecting on that and how come. I don't know. Do you guys ever do that? It's called Stream of Conscious Planning. Stream of Conscious Art. And I think that's what I'll name this video. So let's do more of a flip. Because I know we're already like upon the hour and I can tell. Yep. So there we are. This is the morning thoughts, or whenever I sit down. These are the Louisa Hay. What were they called again? Oh my God, I just dropped something. Power Thought Cards by Louisa Hay. A 64 card deck of, and she's a psychoanalysis as well. So I used like a lot of hers. I'm going to do some writing down here, but I don't know what yet. But anytime I put Alice is usually when I've done a deep dive into something, and then I like the pastels. I have those, so I might use that and do some art here or some pastel here. I haven't done it yet. The pages are kind of crinkly because I've put that in there. This flips up. I've shown that already before. I really want to put that pop of color here. I like that. And these are simple ways of me building upon this book. And so it's a multitude of like a glue book and I don't know, a kind of planner and brain dump. And sometimes like this whole week, for example, was blank. So I just put stickers over the top of it, filled it in. You can look back in my videos where I talk about this or where this is like on the picture, and you'll see exactly the ephemera collection and how I got it. This is gonna probably be an hour and 10-minute video, you guys. Has brought its warm embrace, sober cousin, wind and rain. So yeah, sometimes I get like poetic. I actually write quite a bit of poetry, but it's dark and I'm not going to bring it here unless, you know, you guys want me to. Autumn has brought its warm embrace and sober cousin, and his sober cousin, wind and rain. There was that rip out with Catherine in it. Where was that? Because, yeah, Papers by Catherine. She was off today, so I just find seeing something in print, like seeing your name in print, even if it's for something else, like, so, like even that could be BYE, like by Catherine, you know, like sometimes I put things down like that, and I have like books from the past where it's as if my unconscious knows things by being this way. And I'm going to put down the papers here because I did a lot of writing here. And then Inspired by You is looking at me. Okay, well, something happened with that. So I'll put that over there. You are not alone. Okay, where's that sticky? Is there sticky on there? Feels like sticky. So whenever I feel something sticky, for example, I just take tape, put it over top. Okay. So as you can see, this was the week or the weekly, and I didn't really put anything to buy. This was to do. I'm going to say, chore list was no doubt ignored. Because I'm the person that it's nice to have it done, but I don't live in like a, well, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if you saw my kitchen, you guys, you'd probably freak out. It's my one place. It's my like Achilles tendon, or that soft place. I just hate doing it, you know? So then I have here, inspired by you. Like, to me, this goes here somewhere. So I'm just going to tape that on. And then I'm going to do a fast flip and show you the rest. Oh God, it's crooked. Don't be crooked. And I still smell that candle. My goodness. Okay, so inspired by you. Then all these necklaces, because I do buy, like, I used to buy jewelry jars just to make stuff. And then underneath here. So I just do a lot of, this was supposed to be my food and health vlog. And we did this together. Remember, we painted out of the student grabby paints. Lots of flips. Should be checking to see if you guys can see it. Sometimes I put things sideways. I went through the whole sticker pack. They fell all over the floor, you guys. This is, you know, again, I take it out of magazines and houses. And these were supposed to be dailies, but this is what I felt like doing because I did not honestly feel like speaking at all this whole week. See, blah, blah, blah. Just didn't want to do it. And yet, if I went out, you know, I was trying to demonstrate with this sticker. If I had to go out somewhere, I would do that. But this, really, I was just subdued. I felt like that. And these two words together. So there's one dot. And then actually to make it make sense, I would put two more. Yeah. And things I was doing, loving, existing, friends I was speaking with. This one was actually the hardest one to figure out to put here. Make art, not war. In case of emergency, break glass. Be kind, enjoy the journey. These are all myself telling myself how to feel. Because, you know, the art of being curious, that I am. This is missing something here, but I don't know yet what. Where are we at? Hour and 9 minutes. Here, I wanted to write something important, but this is what I ended up doing to this page. Just adding, like, from a journaling magazine. Same with this. Be a nice human. Here. And then here. So I'm not really telling you guys the sections anymore. This is week 2. I'm going to flip really fast, you guys. These are the pages here that I have to do in week 2 because this whole section didn't do anything. So that's what I'm going to cover up with all of the ephemera I've just shown you. So the next time you see this book, when it's done and the final flip, you'll see how different it is. Again, the paints, the autumn set, the forest set. This I'm going to decorate around here in some form. And then this starts the dailies. Again, nothing there yet. So this whole week, there was nothing. So that's why I counted for all those pages with ephemera. And then these are the morning. Louisa Hayes. Again, blank, blank. So you can see, you guys, like sometimes I was on and most of the time I wasn't. But that's okay. Like, even if I was here for part of it, it's okay. I have to remind myself that it, you know, it could just be a glue book. Embracing the blues. Using ephemera, not wanting to, like all of these days I've done personal journaling, but I didn't want to put it up front and center. Books within books. Flip ups. Yeah, I'm going to really speed up now, you guys, because I've shown you guys all of this before anyway, but I never ended up doing much of anything this time around because, unfortunately, you guys, I just talked so much to begin with. So I'm sorry about that. If you're still at the end of this video, my goodness. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Some people say they enjoy my voice. I don't understand that. I did tone these down a little bit with the butterflies. Part of the brain dump there. So you can see this whole book is a concoction of just doing what I want. I put a sticker sheet over that. I used the cover of a sticker book there. And then finally I do like dailies. That was today's. This will be tomorrow's because I'm taking my daughter out. And this will be the last day in this book. So I've got a lot of pages, and then this was the back of the book of stickers, and I put the magazine cutout there. And this is where I show you my nails, which that's when they were done, and this is when they're growing out. And then this is when I start everything. So that's it, basically, you guys. I'm sorry I didn't do more with you this time around. It was really just a talk time, I guess. And I just wanted to come on and see if the camera was focusing clearer. And it was finally quiet enough to make a video, and the Dayquil kicked in for my voice to work. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day. Remember, everyone, we are all perfectly imperfect. We are all loved, needed, and wanted far, far more than you will ever know. And I mean that. And I just want to know. That came out wrong. I just want you to know that whether you know it or not, somebody somewhere is thinking of you, and that somebody might even be me. So heads up, okay, guys? And if your head's already up, help others bring their heads up. Be a nice human. All right, you guys. I will talk to you later. Thank you for just being here. It makes a difference, truly. And it's a safe spot now because you're all in here as a group. And I really wish we could sit down together at a big old table and just be ourselves with our stuff and chat. So, okay, let me know in the comments if you stayed to the end. And do you want me to do a like face-to-face video where you can see my face when I don't look sick? Let me know. Okay. It's not done often. Like this is more the common theme, but I don't mind doing a face-to-face. All right, you guys, I will let you go. Talk to you soon and take care. Bye for now.